right now. It's Periscope's back online. I stopped Twitch. See if that helps. All right, I think we're back.
Are we back?
Not really sure what's going on, but it's nothing on our end. So there's nothing we can do about it, but we'll just keep trying and keep plugging along. Okay, so I'm going to try to not run any videos, unfortunately. Let's see if that helps.
We had so many, though.
I could try another one and see what happens, but...
Most important difference between our plan and that of our opponent is that our plan will put America first. I am going to bring back our jobs to Ohio and Pennsylvania and New York and Michigan and all of America. I have made billions of dollars in business making deals. Now I'm going to make our country rich again. We are going to defeat the barbarians of ISIS, and we're going to defeat them fast. Reducing taxes will cause new companies and new jobs to come roaring back into our country. I will outline reforms to add millions of new jobs and trillions in new wealth. We will never, ever sign bad trade deals. America first again. Our country is going to start building and making things again. Renegotiating NAFTA to get a much better deal for America. Going to lift the restrictions on the production of American energy. We will completely rebuild our depleted military. Our steelworkers and our miners are going back to work again. We are going to appoint justices of the United States Supreme Court who will uphold our laws and our Constitution. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again.
That seemed to work, I think. I shut down all of my views on the streams, so I can't tell. So just trying to save whatever.
I saw it, and it sounded great. It just, see, I was saying POTUS must have been watching our show this year.
Yes. I think he was. No, maybe.
We highlighted all of those. He's just rocking it. I'm just saying. Love our POTUS.
What the heck is going on here?
We better keep tracking because we have lost so much time and we have so much.
Whoop. Whoops, wrong button. Okay, I'm not gonna monkey around with anything. We're just gonna keep rolling while it's rolling. So, the Bradford Files, boom, top-ranked Super Bowl ads: Donald Trump, avocados for Mexico, Google, Olay, and Budweiser. Hey, where was Mini Mike? Mini Mike Bloomberg, didn't he do a big Super Bowl ad?
Didn't see him in there. I saw POTUS.
I thought he was putting out a big Super Bowl ad. Whoops.
He was winning as usual, our wonderful POTUS. Anything he does, he takes top, you know?
Next one. Oh, you sent me another video. You sent me a lot of videos.
I sure did. We had so much winning to go through this week.
Oh, this is the Mini Mike. Here's the Super Bowl ad from Mini Mike Bloomberg. We'll see if it plays.
Either the science one or I'm not sure if I should go with
I'm Michael Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
Either the science one, or I'm not sure if I should go to the...
I'm Michael Bloomberg, and I approve this message.
I'm sorry, I had to play it again. Oh, Mini Mike.
Oh, I'm saying that was too good. He will forever and ever be known as Mini Mike the rest of his life.
You sent me another Super Bowl ad there, Doc, of Mini Mike Bloomberg. So let's try this one.
I want to make sure he was famous.
Mike Bloomberg started as a middle-class kid who had to work his way through college and built a business from a single room to a global entity, creating tens of thousands of good-paying jobs along the way. He could have stopped there. But when New York suffered the terrible tragedy of 9/11, he took charge, becoming a 3-term mayor who brought a city back from the ashes and brought back jobs and hope with it, creating tens of thousands of affordable housing units so families could have a decent place to live, raising teachers' salaries and kids' graduation rates, and creating a more open and livable city for the millions who call it home. Mike Bloomberg for president, jobs creator, leader, problem solver. It's going to take all three to build back a country.
Oh, no.
His ad didn't get seen very much. We wanted to make sure we helped him.
We got an article here from Breitbart. Trump economic approval rating hits new high. Wow. So 63% of Americans approve of the way Trump is handling the economy, according to poll results released Tuesday from Gallup. So the Democrats have been saying nobody likes the economy. The economy doesn't work for working class people, but 63% of the country seems to think it does.
Yeah. And they said his poll numbers rose to 49% this week through impeachment and everything. And I disagree. I saw somebody else that, and I can't remember who it was. I may have sent it to you. We'll see. I may be stepping on the story again as usual.
Here we go.
I think
Don't make me get my whip back out, Doc.
Uh-oh. Am I stepping on it? Did I send it to you?
Yeah,
what I think it is?
Yeah, I think you did.
Then I'll wait. Caught me just in time, didn't you?
Next up, CNBC. Whoa, this has got to kill them to put this up. Private payrolls soar in January, the best monthly gain in nearly 5 years. Wow, and Trump has been in office for 3 or a little over 3, but the Democrats are claiming this is Obama's economy. They're back to that crap. Nobody believed it the first time. Now they're back to that as a talking point.
Yeah, where the GDP never got above 2%.
Yeah.
Or even, I don't even know if it hit 2.
Yeah, I don't even think it hit 2 most of the time. But that was the new normal. That's the way things were going to be from now on. Wait till next year when all of this, or this summer, when all of the China deal starts popping.
Yep.
With all the agriculture.
Coronavirus.
Well, if there's anybody left in China. Sorry to say that, but I think their government is hiding a hell of a lot of information out there.
I agree.
So
well,
since
Citizen, it is our 1-year anniversary.
Since China, their factories are basically shutting down, we should have probably kept. Well, we should have probably kept our factories open, but we didn't, thanks to Bill Clinton and NAFTA.
Mm-hmm. Well, they said that they've quarantined effectively 20 million people. Think about that. 20 million people. If we did that in America, think about what that would do if we shut down a city, larger than New York or as large as New York. I don't even know how large New York is, but if we had to do something like that in America, the chaos, it would be mind blowing.
Absolutely. So let's roll through a few more of these. Fox News. Appeals court hands Trump win, rules Dem lawmakers cannot sue over business payments. This was the emoluments clause. They were trying to go for that, and that just failed.
That was another huge win. That was one of the other things that we got right after we got the news of his total vindication and, telling the Dems where to shove their impeachment. He also wins unanimously 3-0 about the emoluments. We all knew that. The man's been losing money since he's taken office. Doesn't even take a paycheck.
So a federal appeals court on Friday unanimously ruled that more than 200 Democratic congressional lawmakers do not have standing to sue the president over allegations he violated the emoluments clause over foreign payments to his businesses. Because we conclude that the members lack standing, we reverse the district court and remand with instructions to dismiss their complaint. The Court of Appeals for the D.C. Circuit. Remember, this is in D.C., 3-0. Sent it back and told them to dismiss this case.
Well, and to say without standing means, in other words, your case was ludicrous. You were, you doofuses, why'd you bring it? That's what they're doing. They're chastising them in layman's terms. So that wasn't just oh, no, we don't agree with you. That was pardon the expression, that was a bitch slap. That was saying, you doofuses, do better next time. Don't bring us these crazy things.
Exactly. They've tried everything so far and failed at everything.
It's like POTUS said, they've been trying to beat me for 25 years, and I'm going to keep on winning. I've won every time since, and I'm going to keep winning. And yes, he is. We're going to help make sure of that. But not only are we going to get him reelected, we're also going to get him a House he can count on and expand his lead in the Senate.
They absolutely have no inkling, no desire whatsoever to help Americans. They want you poor, destitute, living off the government teat. That way you have to go to them and vote for them to keep it going.
That's right. Well, and who was it? Bill Maher said that. He didn't care if we had to go through a recession or if Americans lost their jobs, as long as they got what they wanted. That was, the first cracks. People, that is the same problem that a lot of people have going into marriage is if somebody tells you what they really are, you need to take them at their word. So I believe in taking you at face value. If you're telling me this is who I am, I'm going to believe you. And if you tell me you hate America, I'm going to believe you. And I will adjust my courses of action and my estimations of war accordingly.
Okay, I'm still watching this whole internet thing. It's all over the place, but we're still there. So, all right. Next one up is CJ Truth, Twitter reporter. How did you feel about the president's speech, and how do you think he's doing? Lady, I think we need to put a cape on his back and an S on his chest because he's Superman.
Oh, love it.
To the president and his speech and how he's doing.
I think he's doing fine. I think that we need to put a cape on his back, an S on his chest, and call him Superman. No mortal man could take what he has took for the last 3 years and do what he has done, what he said he would do.
Yep.
And he's still doing it.
Well said.
How do you like that? That was pretty good.
Wasn't that great? I loved it.
The White House, at the direction of President Trump, the U.S. conducted a counterterrorism operation in Yemen that successfully eliminated Qasem al-Rimi, a founder and leader of Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula, and a deputy to Al-Qaeda leader Zawahiri. I wonder if the Democrats are crying tears over this one, too.
I'm sure it is, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, some of those were their cohorts in crime. But you know what? Also, you have to think about, if I think POTUS was the one that originally pointed this out. But if I was coming up in the ranks of ISIS and all of this, I'd be looking at that going, no, thank you. I don't want to get droned. I don't want to die. They're going to pretty soon have a hard time filling their job openings, don't you think?
I think so. Who wants it? Yes, I'm applying for the job of top terrorist. Well,
Yeah, so,
we must warn
that's
you.
why I
You may
keep
be
going.
blown up by missile. You know. Joe M. To a world accustomed to the idea of terrorists as angry, sandal-wearing desert dwellers, this was just another op in the war on terror. Actually, these were the swamp's dinner friends. Doc stepped on our story again. Among the first recipients in the coming flood of global deep state capital penalties. That'll tell you, if you hung out with John McCain and John Kerry and Brennan and probably that other little weasel, can't remember his name because I really don't care what he says, James Clapper, you might get a drone strike while you're sitting on the can.
Yep. That'd be a wake-up call, wouldn't it?
That's right. Oh, wow. We switched gears pretty quickly here. This is about the State of the Union. Remember the young lady that Trump gave a scholarship to? Betsy DeVos will personally fund scholarship for State of the Union Philadelphia student.
Yes. I love that.
Education Secretary Betsy DeVos will personally provide the scholarship that will allow Philadelphia fourth grade student Janiah Davis, who attended the State of the Union address, to enroll at the school of her choice. Yeah.
I thought that was wonderful. And you know what? That was a wonderful moment. She was such a beautiful little girl, and her mother was just lovely. And you could tell she was such a good mama and loved her little girl so. And, you know, the Dems sat on their hands again. I just I can't imagine hating somebody so much that I would let it stop me from celebrating this beautiful little girl and her mother, and what the difference this is going to make to her future. Huge. But again, they have to point out, by agreeing, that's pointing out that the failing schools that they want her to stay in are failing because they're usually under Democrat control.
That's right. And, you know, the first president that ever said a government failing school. And that's what they are. We're 38th and 40th in math and science in the world.
Mm-hmm.
The fact is, the schools are failing. End of story. Methods. That's M3THODS on Twitter. When Australian news, this is a shout out to our Australian friends, when Australian news seems to get it more than majority of the fake news enemy of the people in America. I won't even call them MSM anymore.
Yeah,
that's
she
not
looks
what they
like
are.
a startled rabbit. I don't know if it's all the plastic surgery she's had. She must be really.
Bro, you can't say that.
Oh, darling, I can, because she's just vile, and you know, and she would say it to herself to someone. She's just repulsive, and I just think good on him. He's going to romp it in, I believe, and you know, I saw his Twitter feed where he was talking about being president for the next 20 or 30 years, and he probably will be.
Don't
if he wants to
mention
run.
that. because that has absolutely sent the crazies. Obviously, it's a meme, it's a joke, it's funny. Anyone with a any sort of intelligence can see that. But I've been seeing tweets from formerly serious people in the media, Bette Midler, other Hollywood stars who think that they're now living in a dictatorship because he sent this meme out saying that he's going to be president forever. It is just so obviously a funny joke. Now, you weren't mean to Nancy, but I can understand what you said about she'd say even worse, because some of the things she said.
You see, he is a dictator. He wants to be a dictator. See, he said on a meme.
Oh my gosh. Those
Hey, Kimmy.
people, if they ever really encountered hard times, I would be very worried about their chances of success.
Oh, they can go to the streets of San Francisco. Right with Nancy.
Donald Trump and his State of the Union address. I've got to say, I could not believe it. She said he looked sedated. She said that the speech was beneath the dignity of the office, and then she just...
Oh, telling Americans that are doing really well and all the good things he's doing and all the promises he's kept is beneath the office. That's because you're supposed to tell them, look, I'm going to give you more welfare, more food stamps. We're going to pay for your college. We're going to forgive all your college debt because you went and, like a dumbass, gathered up $250,000 worth of debt taking Greek anthropology studies and can't find a job, dumbass. Yes, that was on the internet. That is actually true. A young girl took Greek anthropology or something like that, where there's probably 2 jobs in the world for that. And she wants us to pay her $250,000 debt because she can only get a job at Starbucks with that degree.
And I so applauded the father that went up and said, I worked my way through school. I worked to help my child pay for their way through school. We're going to get our money back if you start giving free tuition to everybody. And Pocahontas says, no, very blatantly, no.
Yeah,
and I'm telling you, people need to know because we've had to fight and scratch to pay Haley's way through. So, the problem is that when the government gives loans carte blanche to students, that the universities are happy to help you rack up unmanageable debt, not caring that you can never pay it back, that you will never get a job that will pay you enough to pay it back. They don't care while they sit on their zillion-dollar endowments, when they could pay for everybody to have free college in America practically for what they've got in the bank. And yet they are willing to saddle our government, wreck our society as a whole practically, and saddle these kids with debt that can never be repaid.
Well, they are saddling our government because these kids are taking the loans out through the government. The government controls all the loans, which happened under Obama. Now the colleges know we're getting our money no matter what the hell we charge.
That's right. And we can hike our charges to, exorbitant heights, and there's nothing to do because there's plenty of government money to cover it. Oh, just go get another loan. I sat there just a few months ago at my daughter's university in the financial aid office and watched the ladies sit there and tell me that because we both had jobs and Haley's adversity score was not high enough, they didn't deem my child as having enough adversity in her life while she's practically working full time. Her dad and I are both working full time to try to get her through school, that we would never see a dime of help. The woman sat there and looked at me and told me that. She said, I know I'm not supposed to say it, but you'll never get any money unless you want to go take a loan out. And I thought, you would love for us to do that, wouldn't you? You would love for me to enslave my child to debt to get it. You know what? I don't care if she had to sit out a semester until we could gather the money together to get her through school. I would do that before I would take on these loans at exorbitant interest rates that is going to be saddling your kids' future for the rest of their lives. You know, what's wrong with taking online courses? What's wrong with community colleges where you get a lower
Thank you
student to
very
rate
much.
ratio? What's wrong with having to,
Thank you
work
very
your way
much.
slow through school? What's wrong with maybe getting, we need hairdressers, we need plumbers, we need electricians. What's wrong with owning your own company and not being in somebody else's favor always for a job? What's wrong with that? I would say I managed a dropout prevention program for 15 years prior to my insurance career. And I would tell you that there is a good 60 to 75% of kids that should never go to college anyway. That's not where their interest lies. It's not where their gifts and their talents lie. But we don't want to tell them that. Mike Rowe has been, ridiculed for his reminding, people that, their kids have options other than going to universities.
That's right. That's right. We're got a little sidetracked there, but
went into a complete diatribe about him. A speech, Daniel, that I thought was, unless you loathe Trump with every essence of your being, I think most people would have thought that speech was pretty measured and sensible.
Well, which they do. They do loathe him with every essence of their being. But those pictures, a picture tells 1,000 words. Ripping up the speech, very childish, but also
and pre-planned. That was the sad
pre-planned
bit.
But you saw the Democrats there sitting with their arms folded, and that was at the start of the speech when Trump was talking about the blue-collar boom, the economic boom. He's talking about record low unemployment, record low black unemployment, more women in the workforce than ever, and you've got the women there dressed in white to make sort of a handmaiden's tale statement, just sitting there with their arms folded at economic success of women and minorities. So this does not look well. It doesn't play well, and I think it just shows, as we were saying before, they're not interested in policy. They just hate the man Trump. They loathe him, but when they hate Trump, what they really hate are his supporters.
Yeah.
Yep. And guess what? They're hating on the blue collar working Democrats too.
They are.
Next up is a tweet. We're gonna go about a half hour longer.
Are you watching the time?
Yes, we're gonna go a half hour longer into Speakeasy, just to get through some of these.
Yes, because they may already be gathering. I don't know.
I'm going to tell them now because most of them are in the chat that I see. But you can put a message. I'm not going to open up Telegram right now since everything's working. So if you can put a message out there, but I'm going to let all the Speakeasy people know that we're going to go at 9:30. So closer to 9:30. So be alert. Doc and I just, want to go through the rest of these 100 tweets she sent me and videos. Since it's our 1 year anniversary, we're going to take liberties here. Okay, so this is from Chris at TreyDog2020. It would be a shame if this got retweet a million times.
America is the greatest country in the world.
I'm very honored and blessed to be here.
It was an honor.
It is an honor to be a guest of the President and the First Lady.
Deeply honored to be here. This is for our daughter, Kayla.
I'm honored and privileged to represent the 22,000 men and women of the United States Border Patrol.
For my family and I, we would like to thank President Donald Trump for inviting us here.
The flag means everything to us. It's what my husband and Gage's dad fought for.
When I see the American flag, it means opportunity.
Pursuit of happiness.
Freedom of speech and everyone coming together.
It means security.
The land of the free.
Perseverance, justice.
Together we are one people, one nation, one family, united by one great American flag.
Wow, they're putting out some really good ads.
Wasn't that good?
Yes.
Oh,
Tweet from okay, I just saw something come across from Kimmy, but in Telegram. So a tweet from Donald Trump. Powerful American stories ripped to shreds by Nancy Pelosi. Oh, another video. Let's see this one.
African American poverty has declined to the lowest rate ever recorded. The unemployment rate for women reached the lowest level in almost 70 years, and last year women filled 72% of all new jobs added.
Kind of tough to wear white for women's suffrage when you're spouting numbers like that.
No, didn't go with her narrative, did it?
More women got jobs. Look at these Democrats. I got the mouse up there. Look at these Democrat women just sitting there. Why? Because they don't want you to have jobs. They want you sitting at home collecting checks so that they can get reelected. That's all they care about. That's why they want to take over healthcare. Then you're dependent on these jackasses to get you well. Thank you for the follow, Ms. Politics. Then you're dependent on them, and you need to vote them back into office to keep it going.
That's right. Hey, Wayne.
The veterans' unemployment rate dropped to a record low. The unemployment rate for disabled Americans has reached an all-time low. Our agenda is relentlessly pro-worker, pro-family, pro-growth, and most of all, pro-American. The state of our union is stronger than ever before.
And what was up with Nancy talking to herself through the entire thing? Who was she talking to?
I don't know. She was remember. Well, she knew that Mike Pence wasn't going to cater to her. He made that very clear. So she tried to engage with that other man that was standing to the side, and then he got tired of her too. So she had to talk to herself because that's all she had left. She looked just crazy. I'm saying.
Of course, now we got to have a little fun at Nancy's expense.
Of course.
With a little United spot.
Yes, Madam Speaker. How many times have I shown you there needs to be a bottle of vodka on my desk at all times? Sorry, Madam Speaker. You can save your sorry. You know what? Screw it. I just have to do this sober. Well, that'll be a first.
Huh. What? I just realized I've never read the Constitution.
What's that?
The Constitution?
Yeah.
You've never heard of the Constitution?
Never mind. I'll just Google it.
Attention, everyone.
Ew, she spit in my eye.
Dentures. I said attention. I am Madam Speaker.
These 3D glasses were a great idea.
Yeah. Pelosi's dentures look like they're right in front of my face.
They're so real. It feels like Pelosi's really spitting on me.
She is.
It's like a Dan Gallagher concert up here.
Page 45!
I'm so glad I didn't go to the State of the Union to listen to that impeached president lie. I'll just watch him lie through my phone. Ugh. Oh, crap! I forgot to pull my pants down again.
Let's do this. Madame Squirt Bottle!
That's me!
The President of the United States!
Mr. Poopy Pants.
4 more years? Ha! What about 5? Well, this isn't good.
Hey, there, Mr. President. No hard feelings, huh?
Nope.
Excuse me, Mr. President. I was trying to shake your hand.
Nope.
Excuse me, Mr. President.
Shut up, squirt bottle.
He ain't gonna shake your hand. Well, yeah, that's just rude.
America's the best it's ever been.
So you say
jobs are booming?
You're forcing people to work.
Incomes are soaring?
You know, there's a lot of people out there that don't like money, okay?
Poverty is plummeting?
You know, there's a lot of people out there that like to be homeless, okay?
Confidence is surging?
That is offensive.
Our country is thriving and highly respected.
Oh, that's racist.
Well, this looks like the last time I'm gonna run for president, unless you guys want to give me more money. Anybody? Anybody? The only victories in America are the victories for the American people. Hell yeah! That's what I'm talking about. We must always remember that our job is to put America first. Yes! Great job, Mr. President.
Yuck! What the hell are you clapping for?
Gosh damn it, Nancy! I'm not trying to lose my job to AOC.
Yuck! You stop clapping.
Nope. I'm jumping on the Trump train.
Our presence is resistance. I'm wearing my white Palestinian outfit. I'm wearing my Somalia outfit. We did something.
We're what America looks like.
We live rent-free.
Impeach for life.
Congratulations.
I can hear them snowflakes melting.
That's it. I can't take this no more.
What'd you do that for?
Because it was the dirtiest thing I could do, considering.
Considering what? Considering she's gonna be out of a job?
Ha! What's so funny, Trump?
That wasn't my speech you ripped up.
Oh, no? Then what was it, Mr. Poopy Pants?
The articles of impeachment.
Ha! Oh, my gosh! What was the other piece of paper?
Your resume. Sucks to be you.
It's really going to suck to be her soon, isn't it?
Yes, it will. Hopefully. I know that Deanna Lorraine is running, and I believe somebody else is running as well for Nancy Pelosi's seat.
Well, and I think she's going to be otherwise engaged very shortly thereafter. I think the truth is going to come out about Nancy Pelosi. I hope
so. Oh, this is from Angie. Angie, I hope you're still in the, yeah, I think I see her.
She was here a while ago.
This came to us from Angie. DC Drano, who ripped it better, Nancy Pelosi or Eric Swalwell?
Thank you very much.
Good one.
That was funny, wasn't it?
Oh, boy. This is something wicked.
Cause you had a bad day, you take everyone down, you sing a sad song just to turn it around. You said you don't know.
Ooh.
You tell me don't lie, you work at a smile and you go for a ride. You had a bad day, the camera don't lie, you come back down and you really don't mind. You had a bad day.
Say hello to the fake news, guys.
You had a bad day.
Kept peeling off the ears. Babylon B. Trump's power doubles after absorbing impeachment attack. It's over. It's over, Pelosi. You've lost, shouted a cackling Trump as he and the Speaker of the House hovered above the White House, locked in. Ooh, can't see the rest of it. Locked in Mortal Kombat. You have no cards left to play. I hate to say this, but she's going to try to keep investigating and try to impeach him again.
Yeah.
I don't think she believes that they will lose the House. So we have to fight really hard to make sure they lose the House.
I think that they're going to take the Senate. I think they're going to hold the House and retake the Senate. And I'm sorry, but I think they're sadly mistaken.
Well, they
We're gonna
will
do
if we don't get out there and work. We have to still do the work,
That's
right?
right. We're going to do everything in our power every day between now and November 3rd to make sure that POTUS gets what he needs to fully transform America back to being great again, to what we better than we've ever been. Better than we've ever been.
Another one from Joe M. They tried to impeach this. Well, they failed, and now the best is yet to come. Oh, it looks like a video.
It most people may have seen this by now, but guys, I just had to play it because you can't say it any better.
Roll tape. I stole that from Chris Mack.
America is a land of heroes, a place where greatness is born, where destinies are forged, and where legends come to life. This is the home of Thomas Edison and Teddy Roosevelt, of many great generals, including Washington, Pershing, Patton, and MacArthur. This is the home of Abraham Lincoln, Frederick Douglass, Amelia Earhart, Harriet Tubman, the Wright brothers, Neil Armstrong, and so many more. This is the country where children learn names like Wyatt Earp, Davy Crockett, and Annie Oakley. This is the place where the Pilgrims landed at Plymouth and where Texas patriots made their last stand at the Alamo. The American nation was carved out of the vast frontier by the toughest, strongest, fiercest, and most determined men and women ever to walk on the face of the earth. Our ancestors braved the unknown, tamed the wilderness, settled the Wild West, lifted millions from poverty, disease, and hunger, vanquished tyranny and fascism, ushered the world to new heights of science and medicine, laid down the railroads, dug out the canals, raised up the skyscrapers. Our ancestors built the most exceptional republic ever to exist in all of human history, and we are making it greater than ever before. This is our glorious and magnificent inheritance. We are Americans. We are pioneers. We are the pathfinders. We settled the new world. We built the modern world. And we changed history forever by embracing the eternal truth that everyone is made equal by the hand of Almighty God. America is the place where anything can happen. America is the place where anyone can rise. And here, on this land, on this soil, on this continent, the most incredible dreams come true. This nation is our canvas, and this country is our masterpiece. We look at tomorrow and see unlimited frontiers just waiting to be explored. Our brightest discoveries are not yet known. Our most thrilling stories are not yet told. Our grandest journeys are not yet made. The American age, the American epic, the American adventure has only just begun. Our spirit is still young. The sun is still rising. God's grace is still shining. And my fellow Americans, the best is yet to come.
Alrighty. Let's get over to.
Woo!
What's that, Doc?
I think I got a little something in my eye that gets me every time. It made it cool to be patriotic again. I appreciate that so much. We are truly blessed to live in this nation.
Okay. Oof. Okay, so we got a tweet. Bards of War. What do you believe in so much you would sacrifice everything to defend? Lieutenant General, retired, Flynn chose God and country. On Thursday, 13 February 2020, Joe Flynn will share the Flynn story in an epic Bards of War podcast. All prayer warriors and patriots be ready. So on February 13th.
We've got to be sure to watch that and support our wonderful General Flynn and hear his story. I bet it's going to be inspiring.
It should be. Definitely. Alrighty. Last one. Brian Lewis, maybe I'll vote Democrat again. What is this you sent me, Doc?
This is great.
Also, I didn't know that I'm the only person in this room tonight that's not an elected official. It's nice to meet all you guys by name. So, forgive me if I stumble over this. This is the first time I've ever played this in public. So I may forget a word, but you guys never heard it, so you won't know. This is called Maybe I'll Vote Democrat Again. This way. When they throw B. Husseino in Guantanamo, slam the door and lock it. When Bernie Sanders finally takes a dime from his own pocket. When AOC can speak, her IQ sounds more than 10. Maybe I'll vote Democrat again. They got this freak show they call Beto who pretends he's Mexican. When the poll gets close, I bet Mayor Pete will take it on the chin. When someone tells Kamala Harris that she can't sleep her way in. When I see Liz Warren's teepee, I'll vote Democrat again. When Candace Owens hosts The View instead of those four hags whose lovely personalities could make a buzzard gag. When you turn on your TV and there's real news on CNN, maybe I'll vote Democrat again. If JFK was here today, he'd scream and shake his fist that his beloved party's been hijacked by socialists. Take away our guns is number one in their bag of dirty tricks. But if they try it, we're gonna party like it's 1776. When they can talk the cattle into holding their farts in. That's when I'll vote Democrat again. When Slick Willie finally fesses up to all his misadventures, when Pelosi gives a speech, she's not lying through her dentures. When creepy old Joe Biden stops sniffing little girls' skin, maybe I'll vote Democrat again. Chucky Schumer is a tumor on the colon of our nation. He knows that they can't win without illegal immigration. They got delusion by collusion, all because they didn't win. Now Sharpton pays his taxes, I'll vote Democrat again. If JFK was here today, he'd scream and shake his fist. His beloved party's been hijacked by communists. Take away our guns is number one in their bag of dirty tricks. But if they try it, we're gonna party like it's 1776. They all scream impeachment just to cover their rear ends. And when they all hang for treason, I'll vote Democrat again. When they campaign on killing babies, well then what else can I say? But this looks like the perfect time to walk away. So when the Jews and the Arabs call a truce, when Caitlin's back to being Bruce, when the Clintons finally get the news, maybe I'll vote Democrat again. So you can take your Green New Deal and blow it out of Kyle's rear end. 'Cause I ain't ever voting Democrat again. I'm Brian Lewis, and I approve that message too. Thank you, guys.
Oh, I've never voted Democrat, nor will I ever. My mom would roll over in her grave if I ever even thought about it. Wasn't that great, Yankee?
Yes, that was great. So we got through everything. I think there's nothing left in the tray. So
I cannot believe it, especially with our tough start.
Yes,
but that is a great note to end on, if I do say so myself.
So it's 9:27. We're gonna shut this one down and head over the Speakeasy, and hopefully that one goes off without a hitch. Everything seems to be working better now, so we'll see how it goes. We'll catch you over at the Speakeasy in a few minutes.
Thank you for joining us, guys, on our 1-year anniversary with old Ball and Chain.
You should be in jail.
I appreciate y'all helping me stay the course through the year, through all the tough times. No, I'm joking. But thanks, Yankee, for inviting me to this fun ride. I wouldn't have missed it for the world.
And I will try to open the chest after Speakeasy, I think, to see if we can't get this working a little bit better. It seems to be working a little bit better, so we'll open up the chest over in Speakeasy. So we'll catch you over there.
Catch you on the flip side, guys.